हमें गुजरात को आतंक के खेल खेलने वालों से हमेशा हमेशा बचा के रखना है।
बीजेपी में जुमले हैं, एक झूठ, झूठ के ऊपर झूठ। मोदी साहब तो झूठों के बादशाह है।
अकेली आम आदमी पार्टी है जो महंगाई से आपको मुक्ति दिला सकती है, बेरोजगारी से मुक्ति दिला सकती है।
Thanks a lot for staying with CNN News 18, your election headquarters. I'm Shivani Gupta. Of course, we'll be getting you all the ground action. Phase 1 of polling today in the two-phase Gujarat elections, 89 constituencies that are up for contention. What are the issues on ground, if any? What's the mood like? And especially over the next few hours, we'll get you live coverage of the voting percentages and what's really happening as far as the major constituencies are concerned. What's the outlook for some of the biggest candidates in fray today? Also joining me, my colleague Anusha.
And as Shivani pointed out, that we'll continue tracking the pulse and the mood of Gujarat in the phase 1 of polling. More than 700 candidates have their fate up there, and the voters are going to decide what exactly will happen in about 19 districts. More importantly, it's the big Saurashtra test for the BJP. Will it be able to once again gain its foothold, get the seats that they had lost in the last election, especially with the defections that have happened in the Congress party and with no partidar agitation and all those critical small factors? Ridhima is going to show you on the magic wall.
Well, absolutely. As Anusha and Shivani rightly said, this is going to be a very decisive phase. We are seeing only two phases. The first phase today and the next phase on the 5th, and then results on the 8th. We, of course, will be doing all the number crunching here on the magic wall because the Saurashtra in the south become extremely crucial both for the BJP and for the Congress, because this is where we saw a neck-to-neck fight, and this time around there's a whole different ballgame attached to it with the entrance of the Aam Aadmi Party as well. Shivani.
Absolutely. Speaking of the Aam Aadmi Party, why don't I go across to my colleague Siddhant, who's joining us live from Surat, and Arun Dhata, who's tracking Rajkot West. But the mention of Aam Aadmi Party, therefore I go to Siddhant, my colleague, first up, because Siddhant, you know, most of the campaign by the Aam Aadmi Party was indeed concentrated in Surat. You know, they want to replicate the successes they've had at the local body election level, and really from Arvind Kejriwal to some of their top names, I think 2 or 3 of their big names are contesting from Surat itself. A lot of their focus has been there, and yet from what I was watching earlier, the voters say there is no big issue in Surat.
Well, yes, that's absolutely right, Shivani. Look, you know, Surat has a lot of migrant population. And when I say migrant population, then I'm talking about, you know, migrant laborers, those who have come from North Indian states, then people from the Patidar community. They have also settled in Surat in large number, and they are working in the diamond industry. And in fact, when Arvind Kejriwal won 27 seats in the corporation election, you know, it was a much talked about victory of Aam Aadmi Party. But then also, you know, many said that Patidars voted for Aam Aadmi Party. But this time around, trust me, Shivani, they have extensively campaigned in Surat, because last time around there were multiple factors against Bharatiya Janata Party. Demonetization was there, GST was there, local businessmen were not that happy. This time around, there's no factor in the Surat, and this is perhaps the reason, Shivani, that BJP has plans to win all 17 seats from the Surat. Prime Minister has done 27 kilometers long road show day before yesterday, and the videos are still available in the office. One can see the massive crowd which has come on the streets of Surat, you know, full of gratitude to catch a glimpse of the Prime Minister. That is a level of work which BJP has done here on ground in Surat. So Aam Aadmi Party, maybe they are confident, maybe they have also campaigned. In fact, Arvind Kejriwal and other senior leaders have campaigned in Surat. But I've been speaking to people since morning, Shivani, and trust me, you know, I cannot see people disappointed with the current dispensation. I know today is a voting day. I'm not allowed to speak beyond this, but yes, people are looking satisfied.
Yeah.
So the change which people were talking about कि सूरत की गद्दी ले लेंगे बीजेपी से, सूरत की जैसे कहते हैं ना, सूरत की जो गद्दी है वो बीजेपी से छीनना है, जो कि एक प्लान बना के लोग आए थे, कहीं ना कहीं वो प्लान ना अब पूरा होता दिख नहीं रहा है.
Right. No, it was always going to be a tough ask, isn't it? You can say a lot of things in sloganeering, and that's of course the language of election campaigning. But it was always going to be a tough ask. I remember I was in Surat in 2017, even at the height of the GST issues, especially for the public and the traders in Surat. The BJP managed perfectly fine. You know, they did go all out to assuage the fears of the trader and the businessman community, and it worked for them. My colleague Arun Dhata